Hi guys, this is Aslam Khan here on another video to teach you errors which do not affect the trial balance. In errors there are two types of errors, one which affect the trial balance, other one it is not affecting the trial balance. Before we move on to these errors, I want to remind you, please do not forget to subscribe my channel to learn with me more in future and hit the bell button so the notification will be always updated to your phone. So moving on to the content today, errors which do not affect the trial balance has 6 types of errors. Number 1, it is omission, commission, original entry, error of principle, complete reversal, compensating errors. Most of the time in the exam, this area will be tested for 6 marks on MCQs. In 35 MCQs, 2 MCQ will be targeted on this area, and also it will be targeted for 4 marks on your paper 2. So let's move on one by one error. What's error of omission? If you completely forgot to record, okay, or if you completely forget to record the double entry, we say it as error of omission. I can give you a good example for this example. Sales was not recorded, or you can say cash sales was not recorded in the books. So what is the actual double entry for this? I can open up 2 accounts. One is sales account and the other one is cash account because it's a cash sale. So cash account, it should be debited. Maybe let me take cash sales was not recorded in the books. Rupees, not rupees guys, dollars 5,000. So I'll take $5,000 here and here $5,000 because sales is an income account. So income increases is credit, cash is a asset account, asset increases is a debit. So here I'll write cash and here I'll write sales. So this is error of omission. You completely forgot to record the double entry. What you need to do here is just to record the double entry. Knowing double entry, I can't teach you how to record a double entry. So you need to know the basic double entries, how to record double entries. So double entries recording is done under error of omission. So that's what error of omission says, that if you have purchased, if you have forgot to record a purchase of transaction, or if you have forgot to record return inward transaction, so the return inwards double entry should be recorded. And if they ask the correcting method for this, I can write the double entry for this. When you correct, they will ask correcting double entry. You need to write they might say this, most of the time they ask this under general journal as narratives are required, or they might ask narratives not required. So if they ask narratives are required, you need to give how you have corrected the error being recorded, the error of 5,000 cash sales which was not recorded. So I'm going to show you how to write this double entry. Here you might see cash account is debit, so I'll take debit account always up. So cash account debit. What is the account credit? Sales account. So write here 5,000 on the debit side and 5,000 on the credit side. If they ask narratives, you need to write being recorded the omission of $5,000 cash sales. So what you have done here actually, you have debit and credit entries you have written. This is a general journal. I have shown you how to record the double entry under general journal. When you make an error, when it comes to error of omission, I taught you why error of omission happens, because the recordant forgot to record the basic double entry, and when you record it, you should use a general journal to record it. Sometimes they might ask a double entry, or sometimes they might give a general journal. So if it is general journal, you should record in this way: cash account debit. Always you should have a space when you are writing the debit and the credit entry. Then you have debit on the debit side, credit on the credit side you should record. And when they ask narrative, write the same thing but just put being recorded. What they have done, the mistake actually, omission of cash sales 5,000. If you record this, you will get most probably 2 to 4 marks on your paper. So let's move on to error of commission. Yeah. I'm going to erase this. So error of commission. So what is this error of commission? Error of commission says that posting a transaction with correct double entry but to the wrong ledger. Okay, now what you need to understand when it comes to an error, you are recording the transaction correctly under the correct double entry. Now, for example, I made a credit sale. If I make a credit sale, I'm going to record the double entry correctly. What is the credit sales double entry? Debtors account debit, sales account credit. This is the basic double entry. So I'm going to record the double entry perfectly, but I'm going to put the amount in the wrong account. Now, example, I'm going to write here. Sold goods worth $2,000 on credit to PPLC, or you can say for ABBA. So sold goods worth 2,000 on credit to ABBA, but recorded under Baba. So you need to understand, guys. I don't know why I got this name Abba and Baba, but anything. You guys need to understand that one thing. I have recorded the correct double entry in the correct way, but in the wrong ledger account. So I'm going to record this. Now I want to know how to correct this error. So I'm going to record the few transactions related to this. So let me write the first transaction. If you are posting into the ledger account, what are the two type of ledger accounts you should take first? Now, if it is a credit sale, as I said, you should take the debtors account, which is Abba's account. What is the other account? Sales account, credit sales. So if I have sales account, I have gone and put sales account credit exactly 2,000 correctly, but instead of Abba account, I went and posted the amount to Baba. So what I will open a Baba account, and I will show the amount recorded is 2,000 saying sales. Here they have put Abba, but unfortunately they have gone and put under Baba. So now this is the mistake they have made. I want to correct this mistake. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove it from Baba, because now this account is correct. Sales has been correctly recorded, but actually this amount I should remove it from here. I should bring this to the this side. Now you need to understand, Abba and Baba both are debtors. That's the reason they have gone and put on a debit account. Unfortunately, there was small slight understanding on the name. So there was small confusion when the accountant is preparing the account. So what it is, instead of putting in Abba account, he went and put on a Baba account. So to correct this error, what he will do, he will credit this account saying Abba 2,000. Now this is the correcting entry. I am putting a square here, and here I will say 2,000 saying Baba. So now what is the double entry for this? Very clearly you can see the double entry. Abba account debit, Baba account credit. That's the double entry we found here. So if they ask the double entry, you should write Abba account debit 2,000, Baba account credit 2,000. Now you might see this is the basic way you have recorded. The same way as I said, if it is a general journal, use it on the debit side and credit side. And if you are writing a narration, you might write a narration being recorded or you can say correcting the error which was recorded in the wrong account. You can say that. So just narrative is not that much important on your paper, but if they ask, write the same mistake what they have done. You can find the mistake. Now see here, sold goods worth $2,000 on credit to Abba, but record under Baba. So they have actually recorded in the wrong account. You can say correcting the double entry which was recorded in the wrong account. You can put the narrative as like that. So giving a small understanding about commission. Commission happens with the same class of transaction. Class of transaction means you have learned asset, expense, capital, liability, income. All this five is known as class of transaction. So one of these class of transaction I'm speaking about. So now this debtor is both the assets. So one debtor's value they have gone and put under another debtor's value. So actually that is what we say. Commission, it is within one asset, one class of accounts. So you need to understand that. With that, we'll move on to the next part, original entry. I'm going to erase this. You can, if you don't understand, guys, see this video once, twice, thrice. But guys, remember, if you do not know errors, you're going to get stuck on paper. You need to know this. These are basic things you need to know when you are doing your Cambridge 7110 and 770 paper code. And this knowledge can be used not only for your O levels. This knowledge is used for AS level, A level, and also if you are doing national level, still this the same same things are applied to us. So let's move on to the point. Original entry. I'm going to explain how original entry works. Now let me give you a small definition about what is original entry. Original entry says that recording the correct double entry, but under an incorrect figure. So you are recording it correctly, but on a wrong amount. That's what it says. So double entry is correct, your class of account is correct, but you are recording it in the wrong account. Let me say, maybe you can say purchased goods on credit for $4,000 was recorded as 400. So now here there was a small slight mistake. Again, an accountant made this small slight mistake. He didn't see the digit differences. $4,400 is actually a big difference, but he noticed like he felt like this 4,000 it should be 400, so he missed 1 0. Because of his inaccurate recording, the value will change. So how should I record it? First of all, whenever you are doing correction of errors, guys, I remind you, you should put the basic double entry account and see what is correct and what is not correct. Then after finding out what is correct and what is not correct, you can come to an understanding what are the things you need to do to correct that mistake. So let me put the basic double entries here. You might see here one thing. Here you might see one thing. As I said, they are recording $4,000 as 400. But what are two accounts they're going to use? They purchase goods on credit. So I need to take creditor. I purchase the account, so purchase account. So I will write purchase account. I'm going to write creditor account. So creditor is a liability account, purchase is a asset account. So if you guys doesn't know this basic asset, expense, liability, income, again guys, there's a playlist called grade 10 and 11. If you have time, go and watch A equals C plus L formula. You will be able to learn basic double entries and basic recordings of double entry. You need to know the class of account right now. So now purchase is an asset account. So asset account is 4,000. It should be recorded, but unfortunately it is recorded as 400. And here they have written correctly. The double entry is correct. They have recorded creditors. But in creditors account, on the credit side, they have written 400 and they have written purchase. So now actually it should be $4,000. So 400 they have recorded. They should record $3,600 more. So I will write here 3,600 more, and I'll write here creditors, and here I will write here purchase and 3,600 more. This is the correcting double entry. So I corrected the double entry because 4,000 should be the amount's value. I recorded it in the correct side, in the correct way. It can be overcasted or undercasted. So overcasted means they have put maybe 400 amount, they have put as 4,000. So you should record it on the opposite side and decrease the value. But here they have decreased the value and recorded, which is undercasted. So you added the value into this account. I hope you understood original entry. Let me move on to error of principal. So it's that easy, guys, if you know that. As I need to teach you the basic things of double entry, let me give you how a double entry is recorded for this. Now here purchase account is, always remember to take the above account, guys. Don't see this creditors. If you write creditors 3,600 debit, it's wrong. You should always take purchase account 3,600 debit. So I'll write purchase account 3,600, or I can write debit 3,000. So purchase account is debit 3,600 and creditors account should be, creditors account is credit 3,600. Again, if they ask narratives under general journal, as I did the first adjustment, you should record it being recorded the basic incorrect figure of what is the amount, basic incorrect figure of 4,000, which was not recorded under purchases. Guys, let's look on what is error of principal. Error of principal is where you are going to record the correct double entry, recorded under wrong class of account. Now what is wrong class of account? You are recording the correct double entry but under the wrong class of account. Now, as I taught you, what are the classes you have? Asset, expense, capital, liability, income. 5 classes of account. So you're gonna take one of the class and you're gonna put it in another class. Example, you are going to take expense and you are going to make it as asset. But these are going to give the same value because the liability is going to be same, because asset is also debit, expense is also debit. So when you are taking this double entry, it will not affect the trial balance actually, but how it is going to maintain, how it is going to affect, let me teach you. Okay, so here I'm going to take an example. Maintenance of machine, expense worth 5,000 was recorded as machine was recorded under, I can say under machine account. So now what I have done, I am putting my expense under machine account. Both are same, not the same class. It's an expense class, but we are going and recording it under asset class. Most of the time in exams, most of the 95%, this is the example they take for error of principle. I don't know why the examiner always use expense and assets. I never seen capital, liability, income has been used to represent error of principle. But if they take capital, liability, income, they might take capital, liability, income. That 3 areas only they will be taking. They won't touch asset and expense. So if they are going in one wrong class of account, both should be either debit or both should be either, the double entry should be both, should be either credit. So let me explain you how to record this. Now they have taken, when you are making an expense payment, it can be going on cash. So I'll consider, first of all, write the basic double entry, cash account. What is the account? Maintenance machine account. So this is the basic double entry it should be. So they have recorded 5,000, they have sent 5,000 as maintenance expense, but unfortunately it has not been recorded. So this is correctly recorded, but it has not been recorded on the maintenance machine account. They recorded it under machine account. They recorded it under machine account. So if they are recorded on the machine account, here if cash account is credit, machine account it should be debit, saying 5,000 cash, which is wrong. So what I should do, I should remove this machine account's value from the machine account. So for that I will write on the opposite side, which is credit side, and I will record it under the maintenance account, maintenance machine account, which is expense. So expense increase should be debit, and I should reduce this by credit transaction. So here I will write maintenance machine, to remove it, machine expense. How much is that? 5,000 here I will write. And here again I will write maintenance machine account, correct double entry, 5,000 as machine. So what is the double entry for this, guys? Maintenance machine account debit, machine account credit. That's the double entry. So I will write the double entry. Double entry you can see, correct double entry. Maintenance machine account, machine expense account, debit 5,000. And what is credit then? Machine account credit 5,000. So I have given you exactly what it should be, guys, when it comes to error of principle. You are recording it in the correct double entry, but in the wrong class of account. When you correct it, either you should correct it from asset and expense account, or you should correct from capital, liability, income account. So they might most of the time take an expense and put it under asset in your exam. So if they do that, you need to understand it is error of principle. So giving your understanding, guys, correcting is very important in correction of errors. Here I have not used the different color marker, unfortunately. I only a black marker to use this recording, guys. If I would have used red color, you would have seen a bit fine on this particular area. But anyway, guys, with that we'll move on to the next part. We'll use our resources what we have at maximum point. So let's move on to adjustment number 4. So what is adjustment number 4? We have adjustment number 5, I think, correction of complete reversal. So now it's very easy, complete reversal. I'll move on to complete reversal. It's one of the easiest topics. So I'm going to take complete reversal, fifth one here. What is this complete reversal? It's very easy. Recording the double entry, recording under correct account, but on the wrong side. Wrong side. What is this recording it under the correct account but under the wrong side? How come it be? So you need to understand one thing. You are recording it correctly on the as per the double entry. You have done it correct, but on the wrong side. So double entry is getting miscalculated. Now here I'm going to take a good example to this. What can I say? Yeah, I'll take purchase the motor vehicle worth $10,000 by check, was recorded on the different side. So they have correctly recorded on the correct account, but on the different side. So I'm going to correct it. Yeah, I'm going to correct it. I'm going to take two accounts. What are two accounts I'm going to take? One is a motor vehicle account. Other one is we are going to take check, because check transaction is a bank account. I'll see which account. Whenever you are doing a transaction, see which account to take. I'll take motor vehicle account, and I will take bank account. So if you pay, your bank account is an asset. Asset decreases by 10,000. But rather than decreasing it on the credit side, they decrease it on the debit side, which is wrong. And motor vehicle should be a purchase. When motor vehicle purchase goes up, asset should increase. Asset increases mean it should be a debit, but actually, unfortunately, they have recorded under credit side. So here I should record. They have recorded it in wrong way. Here they have said bank. Here they have said motor vehicle. So if I am going to correct this, what I should do? I should put the correct entry on the correct side. When I put the correct entry on the correct side, what would happen? My motor vehicle account, I will write here, for example, bank, I will write 10,000. So I am correcting. So when I correct this error with this adjustment, and I write here motor vehicle 10,000, if I correct this, actually this is not correctly recorded. Why is that? Because when I correct this, I am setting off these two balances. You see that? So if I set off these two balances, it's not still correct. So what I should do, I should record it correctly. If I record it correctly only, it is actually correct. So I will write again the same double entry. Bank 10,000, again and again motor vehicle 10,000. So I have recorded the double entry twice, and the actual double entry for this is I have written it twice. So I should write the double entry for this. What I'm going to write? I'm going to write the double entry. As motor vehicle, you might see twice I have recorded. I should write 20,000 on the motor vehicle account. Account debit 20,000. And what is credit? Bank account credit 20,000. Now you might understand that why I have put 20,000, because the transaction should be 10,000. Unfortunately, sir has written 20,000. What might be the reason? You need to understand, guys. When I record it on the opposite entry, I am just setting off the balance. Setting off the balance is not correcting. Correcting is about posting the correct ledger. Correct double entry under the correct ledger account. So we need to post it. This is the correct double entry. The last one. And the before one was just a correction of the mistake what we have made. So when you are writing a narrative for this, you will write being recorded, or you can say correcting the error which was recorded on the wrong side. Purchase of motor vehicle worth 10,000. So if you can write something and listing out the mistake, that's more than enough to correct these errors. So I hope you understood error of principal. Let's move. Error of complete reversal. Sorry guys. Let's move on to compensating errors. So I have taught you all 5 errors. So this is the last error. This is one of the easiest error to understand. You don't have much interrelationship between a certain account when you are doing compensating errors. Compensating errors also can set like you might sometimes have a link, so you will set off. Now let me take compensating errors. When you cannot find when you cannot find the double entry for the other entry, you will try to record it fast, because maybe your financial statement might be ready to issue, but there is a small slight adjustment. In one account you can't find the balance, so what you will do, you will see an account which has the same value, which you can balance it off with two different accounts, which will not have an interrelation. Sometimes you will do compensating error. So let me take it as this way. Okay, so this is not a set off, guys. Now if you take your purchase account was undercosted by 2000 and sales account was undercosted by 2000. So before we move on to the example, I should give a definition for this. Compensating errors means it doesn't have interrelationship between accounts. It is used to correct the double entry at that point. So how can I write this? Having no connection between accounts between ledger accounts. No, I can write having no connection between the transactions of the double entry an easy recording of double entry will be made. So what you do actually, you are trying to make a double entry and you are trying to hide your errors. That's what you say. Actually, it's an error because you are completely with your knowledge you are doing this deliberately, or most of the time it's deliberately done. Okay, guys, let's look how to do these compensating errors. I will open up two accounts, purchase account as well as sales account. These two accounts doesn't have any sort of interrelations, but I want to finalize these accounts. So what I will do, I will write sales account here. And the sales account, now sales account has been undercosted by 2000. If I want to increase the value of sales account, I'll put it on the credit side. So 2000, I'll write here purchase. On the purchase account, I'll record it on the debit side because purchase is an asset account. Because it's undercosted, I need to increase the value, I'll write sales. If you see here, actually I have written a double entry which doesn't have any connection between two accounts, but I just want to finalize the accounts and give it as soon as possible. So I am making an error deliberately to finish all the accounts and say that everything is balancing, because this will not affect the trial balance because the double entries are credit. So what I should show for my accountant, my manager, that everything seems correct. So manager will not look into the books of accounts, but I will be saying. Most of the time this happens in more corporates, guys. Let's move on to the double entry of this. So what is the double entry for this? Easy recording. Purchase account, debit, how much? 2000. And sales account, credit, 2000. So this is the double entry. So if you are writing the narrative, guys, you can write correcting the error of undercosted amount in purchase account and sales account. So you just want to say correct, what is the mistake? Just write correcting the error of, and what is the mistake they have made, just write it, then narrative is correct. So I hope you understood errors which will not affect the trial balance. If errors affect the trial balance, what will happen? It will be represented under one account. Let me explain that also quickly. We just have a look on the board now. I'm speaking about errors which affect the trial balance. Errors which affect the trial balance. So if you have an error which is affecting the trial balance, you will open up an account, we say as suspense account. What account? Suspense account. So suspense account says that the double entry has been recorded correctly but under one account. So other account is missed. So if it is missed in one account correctly and the other account is missed, we should record it in the suspense account. So you can write suspense account. This is prepared if the double entry is recorded only in one account. Let me take an example for this, guys. The same way it is going to be. If you read an answer, if you read a question, if you see that they have said, they might say that recording of cash purchases, cash was recorded correctly, but purchase account was deliberately recorded 200 less than the amount. So if they have said like that, cash account you don't take. So when you record the purchase account, you should need a double entry. For that you need to take suspense account. So let me take here a good example for this. Cash purchase, as I said, cash purchase worth 20,000 was recorded under cash account correctly, but in purchase account as 2,000. Now what happened in this adjustment? Earlier you had certain problems, but in earlier whichever not affecting the trial balance, I said when this was actually according to earlier which will affect the trial balance, if I see there is error of original entry if I go in that term. But here I can't take it as error of original entry, because in error of original entry, double entry itself was wrong. Which means if the value goes down, it will affect the two ledger accounts. But here it is only affecting one account. Do you see that? So if cash purchase worth 20,000 was recorded under cash account correctly, but in purchase account as 2,000. But in earlier we studied the amount was undercosted, so it is for both accounts. But here it is happening only for one account. So one account means what I am going to do, I am going to prepare the account, cash account first of all, to show how they have recorded. Cash account they have recorded, they have made purchase of 20,000 as purchase. So this is correctly recorded, so I will not consider what should happen next. Then I will open up another account, I will open up purchase account. Now actually it should be recorded as 20,000, but they record as 2,000. So how much I should record more to make it 20,000? I should record 18,000 more to record 20,000. So I will write here I should write narrative. Now I don't know, I can't take it to cash account because cash account is correct. Can I take it to cash account? No. So now what I will do, I will not have a place to record it. I will write here suspense. And I will open up a suspense account. And I will write here on the credit side 18,000 as purchase. So double entry has been made. So this is how you correct the errors when it comes to suspense account. The same way it will be represented for your O-levels. They will not ask more than that. The same way, guys, every account, every adjustment, they will say it has been recorded only in this account. Electricity purchase of 5,000 was only recorded under cash account, but not recorded under electricity account. So electricity account debit 5,000, credit suspense account. The same way, if you take, for example, purchase of goods worth 5,000 from a creditor, correctly recorded under creditor's account, but not recorded in the under purchase account. So creditor's account credit, purchase account debit. So creditor's account correctly recorded, you don't take that. So purchase account debit, suspense account credit. The same double entry, the same way you are going to record the double entry is going to be. So if you are writing the double entry for this, how do you write this double entry? Double entry, suspense, I will write purchase account debit 18,000 and suspense account credit 18,000. I hope you got this. So this is all related to which I have taught you guys, errors which will affect the trial balance and errors which will not affect the trial balance. I have given a complete idea about how it will work. In most of the time, this is tested in your areas. If they give general journals and errors, sometimes it might be tested for 20 marks, also under 7707 paper. We don't know. Most of the time they might give for 8 to 12 marks. But this time, if we have to get a part out of this, try to take maximum use of it. See you guys on another video with something interesting, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel to learn with me more, and please do comment whatever the videos you want in future. See you guys, have a nice day, bye.